Hey Invisible, how's it going? Not too bad, Invisible. Oh, hey Kiara, thanks for giving Invisible a shout out. Yeah, first day of a couple of weeks off work, so I'm actually well rested for once. Like, I'm literally so full of energy, I can't even. Also, I'm hyped for everyone to see the triangles I painted on my ears. They're kind of cute. Ears. Face, not my ears. I don't know why I said ears. Oh, hey Sarah, how's it going? Oh, thanks for shouting out Kiara Invisible. Hey, thinking about it, do you stream at all, Sarah? Well, I don't think every day, but it does mean I can get to work on my cosplays, including, of course, my grounded cosplay. Sorry if I'm snivelling a bit. I've taken some hay fever medication because I think it might be that. Well, not specifically hay fever, but I think it might have just been a load of dust that got stirred up. Hey, sorry, Kiara. Oh yeah, by the way, seriously, everyone follow Kiara. She is cute as heck. Anyways, starting at Ikenfell. Oh hey Forks, how's it going? Okay, that's working. Hey Nolus. An additional reason to follow Kiara is I'm afraid of what Invisible Girl might do if you don't. Okay. Yep. Hope everyone appreciates my whiskers. To be honest, I didn't really sort of think ahead of what I wanted to do with, so I just went for triangles. I think if I did them again, I might sort of do a diva style 2 triangle thing, but I'm actually quite happy with them. Yes, no less. The pun in the title is referring to the fact they cleared the space in the forest to build Ikenfell. Oh, glad you like him. Right, pick up my controller. Okay, so basically we got scammed by an owl, beat up the owl, and now the owl is cooperating, so before we do anything else. Shortcut unlocked. Oh, here's the person we were looking for. I think, possibly. Yeah, well, to be fair, even if you're building something out of stone, you usually use wooden beams as a sort of a support structure. I just can't piece this together. Something's missing. Miss Mariva? Emma? I haven't seen a soul in over a week. Are you alright? Yes, of course. But I wasn't expecting so many visitors. I apologise, but I can't help you at the moment. I'm doing some very urgent research for Uldra. Let me guess, it concerns the sapling? But yes, you're also right, they could have just literally turned some wood into stone. I mean, when you have magic, that presents quite a few options building stuff. How do you know that? We've been doing some research of our own. Can you tell us what you've learnt? I'm trying to find a way to preserve it. Or else this whole place might blow. Oh, that's dramatic. Or something. I'm not actually sure. That's just the thing. I'm not sure we should be preserving it. Explain. Oh, we don't get to hear a plot recap. And the Raven gave you no more details? She couldn't remember. She's not the only one. Every account I read about has the same occurrence. The author begins to forget what they're writing about. Their tellings of the sapling begin to wander and fade. And I'm missing out so many volumes, it's like half of them don't exist. We might have something to help with that. My sister made this prism before she was caught. It can probably help us find the missing volumes. Which would have been useful weeks ago if she hadn't kept it secret. Bertie. How could you let this happen? You're not the only one she hurt, Bertie. Every time I feel like I've made any friends, everything just falls apart. Now. What just happened? It was a matter of time. There's a lot of bottled up emotions in this lot. They're like some sort of adventuring party. Can we do anything about this? We need to work this out together or else. It'll be alright. I'm going to have a quick chat with Bertie. I guess they're about to mention something pertinent. Don't say it. You don't have to say it. I'm being unfair to the others. To Marit. Sorry, I don't want to be. I just... No, but if you know all that, why do you storm off? Oh, as soon as anyone even starts to be nice to me, my stomach just twists up and I push them away. It's kind of like I want everyone to hate me. Mood. You like Marit, don't you? Is that obvious? How in Waller's blowhole can someone be so cool? There's no way she's related to Saf. That reminds me of you and your parents. Good point. To be honest, I'm pretty tired of wrangling you kids. I think you know what to do. The only thing left is to do it. You're right. Kinda like this, I've completely forgotten what the protagonist's name is again. Marit is literally your typical JRPG main character, except she's a lesbian instead of a straight guy. Yep, Marit, no less. I'm bad with names and it extends to fictional characters. Yeah, I guess it maybe is kind of hard to remember. Okay, I will. With everything that's happened with Safina, I'm probably the best one to talk to her anyway. I guess my work here is done. Thank you, Irma. Yeah, I suppose every other character sort of has something that resembles maybe an actual name, but... Oops. I don't deserve you. Well, to be fair, they are... I think that... Are they actual names? Oh, undoubtedly. But you can call us square if we save the world. Deal. Z knows what they're doing. Hey. Rook, I'm so sorry for avoiding you last year. You and Saf were my whole world, and it felt like it came crumbling down around me. No less, you think Marit's is less unique than the other names, to be honest, but not enough to be a regular English name. Fair enough. I was really hurt when Saf and I broke up. It felt too late once I noticed you drifted away. I'm sorry for keeping it secret from you. I should have been there for you. You're always supportive of me and everything I do. You deserve a friend who does the same in return. It's weird. Right now, the whole world might literally be crumbling around us, and I feel like it's my fault. What? I ditched Saf, leaving her to her own devices, but by then I'd driven you away. You. Who saved me and Saf from mortal danger a dozen times. When things go bad, there was one person most likely to save us, and I went and alienated them. You're being modest. You're the one who pieces together every puzzle we encounter. Always one step ahead of everyone else. It never ceases to amaze me how clever you are. Is audio okay, by the way? Okay, maybe I was being slightly modest. I like how everyone sort of keeps having a scene where they're self-defaming but then admits, yeah, they're actually pretty cool. Oh, good. Thanks, Invisible. The fact is, we work best as a team, and I want that team back together. Me too. The mystery-solving squad sure has grown though, hasn't it? Yeah, but Gilda, Marit, Ima, everyone has such powerful new magic. Do they even need someone like me? Yes, they need a designated healer. Of course they do. We've got a school to save. They need us more than ever. And I need you. Ah. Ah. I'm sorry for blowing up on you all. Ever since I got to Ikenfell, my whole life turned upside down. And the stuff with Safina has hurt a lot. You've all been a great help and kind friends to me. Don't worry, Marit. It's been a ride for us all. When you first got here, you were kind to me. Right from the start. It's something I'm not used to. I returned the favour by being mean and snapping at you about Saf. You deserve better than that. Thanks, Perty. I know Safina is... She did hurt me terribly, but it's really painful for me to talk about. I promise I will explain. Just please give me some time. Of course. So it's been sort of more or less stated that Patricia has some sort of secret that Saf found out about. I'll take part in this truce. Maybe we don't see eye to eye, Percy, but it's obvious you care about Ikenfell a lot. And we need your help if we're going to save it. And no more secrets? No more secrets. You're my best friend in the whole world now. Together we can get through anything. Yeah. By the way, sorry about Rook's voice. I keep doing it a bit inconsistently. It's kind of funny because when I was doing Ace Attorney, I was having trouble getting some variety in the woman characters' voices. Now it's sort of... I'm having trouble doing a masculine voice by this point. And no secret is ever worth giving that up for. Kiara. Oh, best friend, huh? What does that make us? Lol. Ah, yes. The bang's back together. Now let's get back to the real fight. Excellent. Says that there's just one book we're missing. If my readings are correct, there's a secret room here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, let's just go save. First order of business. There's a secret room with a load of chests in it I need to find. Okay, that's a start. Yeah, I noticed that seam in the previous area. Now... Nimblebrim. Decent boost to speed. Let's see who needs this. Okay, I'll give that... Oh! Thanks for the follow, Manolia Knight. Manolia Nia. I hope you enjoy your time here. Okay, let's see. guess there's nothing else around that room. Well, that was easy. You found it. Okay, let's go explore this way then. Oh, there's a shiny. I'm going to find what's hidden here if I have to press A against every single pixel. Checking the bookshelves reminds me of the Game Boy Color game of book 1 of that one series. Ah yes, that series. Chapter 7. Blood Magic. Okay, so slight plot point very near the beginning of the game was that Safina did actually study blood magic to teleport herself and Petronella to the area outside the school occasionally. I think this is what we're looking for. Okay. Yep. Blood magic. Sarah? Whoever is reading this, welcome to the Winter Age. Your summer is ending. Every 1,000 years or so, the season will change. Not a season as we usually know it, but a season of magic. When the new season arrives, a new wave of magic comes with it. The old magic fades, and with it, all memories and knowledge of it disappear. Old books, writings and enchantments created by it become invisible, even in plain sight. This is the nature of the two seasons, and only during this transition are we aware of it. Summertide is the season of growth, language and fertility. Your season. Winter Age is our season, a time of strength, survival and dominion of the elements. Yikes. We write this knowing we will soon forget it, in hopes you will not make our mistakes. The sapling is not immortal as we once thought, but it will die and be reborn again. No less, the book knew it will be summer, or something. Tss. This is the power that signals the change of the season, and one that must be allowed. I mean, they're literally forgetting the seasons happen. I'm pretty sure that's just British culture. We try to prevent it, capturing the sapling and preserving its life force. The consequences were dire. The new magic built up inside until it could no longer be contained. It broke free all at once, and much of Ikenfell was once destroyed. We were lucky more lives were not lost. Yep, Glinda's basically just the member of the party who plays Barbarian and just waits for the fights. We will rebuild our school and protect these pages in hopes that our descendants are wiser than us. Let the sapling pass peacefully, and let the seasons change. Winter age is a harsh season, cold and ruthless, but you have new magic and you will survive. May Waller grant you strength and the ravens watch over you. Good luck. So Waller is the whale creator god, and the ravens are more like the sort of lesser messenger deities. This is a lot to take in. It appears we have a long winter ahead of us. Phew. What? I was worried that once we stopped this, I'd lose my powers. We all have new powers, and it seems they're here to stay. I don't mean to bring down the mood, but the sapling, the headmistress still has it frozen in spell. She's doing the same thing the authors of these texts did. If she doesn't break it free, we could suffer the same fate. She's trying to suppress all the forces of nature. Well, she is a gardener. It could destroy everything. But we still can't get to it. How can we stop Uldra? She's too powerful. Any ideas, Perty? You look like you had a thought. Huh? No, it's nothing. It pains me to say this, but we have to stop Uldra. She doesn't know what she's doing. She believes she's protecting us. Does she have a weakness? Somewhere we can break her spells? Everyone has a weakness, but hers is unknown to me. But there is one person who will know. Professor Everley? Who? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because she was in the cutscene, and they're pretty clearly in a relationship. Ikenfell's head gardener. She's Uldra's oldest and dearest friend. If anyone knows Uldra's secrets, it'll be her. Then what are we waiting for? How do we get to the gardens? The main entrance is in the Twilight Yard. Let's go. Simple Pokemon entry says fire. I guess she is clearly a grass type. But please take care. I'll keep studying this to see if I can find anything else helpful. Okay, I know there was a bunch of chests somewhere, so where is it? What's RHCP? I don't know. What is RHCP? Meow. Alright, in the context of music, Red Hot Chili Peppers, yeah. I missed Kiara's comment about Jimi Hendrix and RHCP. Oh wait, I don't need to actually walk all the way around here, I can just go, through this shortcut. Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, personally I'm a bit mixed on which songs by them I like as well. Anyways... So we're headed to the gardens, but... see what else is about. Their last album was the Metroid swear word for their discography. You mean the Metroid Federation's force? Okay, so I know there was a lock up here, so that's obviously where we're headed. Oh, look who it is. Everyone's favourite alchemy professor. Oh, I wouldn't let so much as a bee sting Ifig. She'll definitely be fine. But be careful anyway. Okay, that's a lot of gold. And open. Yep, this looks like the place. This place is beautiful. The gardens is my favourite place in the whole school. So we're looking for the gardener, Professor Everley. She rarely leaves the gardens. This was her and Aldra's big project before Aldra became headmistress. She must be here somewhere. Okay. Before I do anything else, I'm just going to head back to the talking wall and double check what the place I was supposed to be looking for looks like, because that's just a side quest. Okay, definitely that area. And let's fight a bee, because this is apparently Earthbound now. You're up to 30 million credits in No Man's Sky, but you think that's still not enough to buy more storage for your ship or your gun thingy. Here come the bees. Yep, everyone give Kiara money. Maybe I should consider... Okay. Bumbler. Poison sting, of course. Ship and gun are both like A rank, and switching ships or guns is apparently quick on PC but a pain in the arse on console. So you'll doubt you'll ever buy another one of either. Okay, that did it. That should offset the poison. Yep, Petronella is like, Kameha, heal. Oh, guess this is the day of the tentacle. Content warning, references to self-abuse, self-harm. The headmistress? Visiting me in the gardens? What an honour. Don't tease. I wish I could visit more often, but there's so much work to be done. And now this thing with the summer stone. You look so tired, Bod. You're overworking yourself. You need to delegate. That's also part of your job, you know. I know. But I think something dangerous is coming. Bod, I mean it. I can feel it. I just had to make sure you were safe here. I believe you, and I'm fine. But you can't protect everybody, not on your own. I can try. I made the mistake of letting my guard down once. It won't happen again. Just, please take care of yourself too. I have to go. Are you going to the room? You're using it a lot these days. I have to. I don't have time to be like this. I have to be better. I love you. You know that, right? I know. I'm sorry. Thank you for looking after the gardens. They're more beautiful than they've ever been. Wow. Oh. I guess we're fighting flowers again. Yep, poor flowers, Invisible Girl. But you know, they started it. Flutterfang uses Drain. That's cheating. Drain this. Back to the old top spin. I love how so many of the late game moves are literally just jump back and fire a beam at something. Ouch. Funny thing, you only ever practically only ever fight flowers in No Man's Sky. Most planets do have animals, but most of them are never aggressive. Interesting. Okay, so it's just KOing the enemy in the area. Fair enough. The Bumblebee. Dressing like a bee apparently grants you much better speed and defense. I'll take it. Is that a button? No, it's just the base of the table. Never mind. Fight the butterfly. Delay their turns. Ah, top spin. That cartoon from the Jungle Book spin-off. That had a spin-off with that Jungle Book spin-off Okay. That's everyone at least level 20. Oh, and we have our first level 21. Guess there's nothing there but stats. Pollen tie. Okay, that's just a boost to speed. Hey, Froy. Oh, see you in a bit, Kiara. How you doing, Froy? Okay, someone there. Oh, good that you're good. What am I doing? Isn't obvious. I'm looking for sharks. Oh, hey, it's that kid from the library. What, you don't think a small shark would fit in here? Whatever. What do you know about sharks? You found floatstone. Okay, I guess it. Isn't obvious? I'm repping the Lollipop Girls. Yeah, I guess that you meant that he kind of looked like a munchkin. Okay, let's fight all the things. Pachinko-based door locks. I mean, you're not wrong, Nolus. Free damage. Another 10 damage. Heck to the yeah. Okay, that was quite a bit of damage. Nothing wrong with a bit of friendly fire. Garden party. Okay, sacrifice power for defense, that's fair enough. Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Sarah. And the posture check. I really need to stop hunching over so much. Oh, thanks for the host, Kiara. Right. Since I've emptied my mug, it's that time again. Just a reminder, everyone follow Kiara. She just does a sort of a hangout stream every morning. And it's very chill. Also follow Invisible, because her streams are pretty cool. I think you were last streaming Resident Evil. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Art/Hollow Knight. That was the little choppy boy. Okay, what am I going to do here? Can I punch? Yes. How do I explain what, Nolus? Oh yeah, I still need to decide an emoji. Because Invisible's very kindly offered to draw me one for free. Don't suppose anyone's got any ideas? Oh right, Kiara was saying she doesn't stream, so you presented the shout-out as evidence. Retina. Wow. Okay. Let's unleash the power of Twitter upon these fools. Kiara claims that she doesn't stream because she is Canadian. I mean, that sounds fake, but I don't know enough about Canada to refute it. So how do I get to the chest? Oh. That's one way to do it, I suppose. Prize poppies. Ooh, massive power boost. It would explain why you're able to reply so fast, I think. Okay. Oh, that's the spot. I can stop looking out for that. Oh hey, it's B. I know I'm supposed to be in my room. It's so cramped in there. And there's no cute bugs to make friends with, like here. I like how it's an apocalypse and everyone's just sort of casually hanging around. And I guess I just put this here. No less, you've played D&D with 2 Australians, and you don't think their internet had more issues than anyone else's. Yeah, my current D&D group had an Australian in it. She had to drop out because time zones, but... You don't think you've played with any Canadians, come to think of it. I mean, I've voice chatted with Canadians before. You know, apparently Canada isn't actually like Scott Pilgrim, in that it doesn't snow all the time. But people really do burst into change if you kill them. Don't go on a killing spree, Invisible Girl. That'll be rude. Kiara, you do ride moose and drink maple syrup. I knew it. Actually got the Scott Pilgrim game. Oh yeah, you can get that again now, can't you? You found it! Mythic coin. Now let's see if you can find this one. I'm guessing that's the final area. Oh, this looks like a boss battle. Do you reckon it's a boss battle? We've looked everywhere. She's not here. Why do I have a feeling that... Ah, right on time. Now this will be fun. Okay, that's kind of small for a boss. Gardener uses throw. Sonic Secura. Canada's average speed in 2021 was 155 megabytes and Australia's is 56. Higher is better, no less. It's basically the amount of data that can be transferred. So 140 megabits per second means you can transfer 145 megabits every second. Nick's invited you to D&D a one-shot, but it'll probably be at ass o'clock. I think it's a stone golem. Colour Froy. And you'll die if it's on stream. Okay, let's just poison. Whoops. Garden uses avalanche. Okay. Yeah, averages tend to be enhanced. There's a lot of different ways to game the system. Garden uses bowl. Wow. Okay, whoops. Shouldn't have been reading chat then. Energy feed. For legal reasons, that is a joke. Okay, let's see if I can actually get the timing of Toxic Cloud right this time. Apparently not. Oh, Petronella is in trouble. Oh no. Okay. Luckily I've got plenty of reviving items. Anvil? Seriously? What is this? Looney Tunes? Okay, I need to get some more healing in. Whoops. Uh-oh. Okay, let's try this again. That's better. Just gonna teleport over here. Oh, okay. Well, this is fine. Garden uses bring the thorns. Okay, this is just one of those moves other bosses have used that causes area denial on some of the tiles. I can work with that. Hehehe. And that's what you get for having too many moves. I wonder. You love the little boxing gloves that the green ghost has. Yeah, they are kind of cute. My puns are your favourite puns. Glad to know. Okay, still waiting. I'm going to poison this. Whoops. Butter time. Oh, butterflies, okay. I'm a real pungent mistress. Okay. And more fawns, okay. This is fine. Bomb fist. That's cheating. Okay, the little gardener creature reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on what. Okay, that is a nasty roar there. Okay, health is low, but this is fine, this is fine. Hey, Claire. Sorry, I didn't realise you were there for a second. Okay, Kiara, thanks for dropping by. I hope you have a nice day. Claire, you love the pink and black dressed character's attitude and moveset. Yeah, she is pretty cool. Oh, boss fight over. Achievement unlocked, defeated the gardener. I think, yeah, I've got loads of healing items for Roy, but the hoarding little goblin I am, I keep forgetting to use them. Oh. Level 22. Look who's showing off. Oh, look who it is. The person we were after in the first place. Content warning. References to self-abuse, self-harm. Yep, for those who don't know, one of the accessibility options is basically this content warning system that pops up with a content warning whenever anything pertinent comes up. When Bod said something dangerous was coming, I have a feeling you're not all what she meant. Professor Everley, we need your help. Aldra, she needs your help. You're a professor now, Irma. Ifig is fine. Of course. What has happened? Expedition cut. But please believe us. It's urgent. Don't worry, Petronella. I believe you. Oh. This is my fault. Bodavinia has worked so hard to protect this school, and she suffered in silence all these years. That's not your fault, Ivig. In part it is. I've known her past, her pain. But I did not know how to help her heal, to forgive herself. Pouring herself into her work, into this school, that was her way of coping. For a while I believe it worked. But it was never a solution. When you spend so much of your time suffering, you become an expert at concealing it. I was complicit, even if deep down I knew it would only get worse. Yeah, I suppose that's the thing. It's very hard to enable people just because, just when their problems aren't sort of front and centre. She doesn't know about the sapling, about what will happen. But we can't get to her. Our barriers are too powerful. It pains me to ask you to betray her trust, but I beg of you, if there's a way we can weaken her, we must know it. It pains me too. But to save this school and her, I will tell you. I only hope she forgives me after all this is over. What must we do? She had a way of dumbing her pain. A spell she used it to draw it from her body, to seal it away. That sounds like blood magic. I'm surprised you know that, Patricia. She had a secret room, accessible only through the library stacks, a place she went when her pain overwhelmed her, her reading room. The stacks. I've seen her go in and out before. I've heard it's restricted even to most of the faculty. The stacks have been closed off for a long time. It is a dark and dangerous place, even for a skilled magician. And with the way things are now, I fear what you may find. But we must go, please. I cannot stop you. Not knowing that's what you find there will help you. But I'm scared of what it will cost her. We'll be careful, I promise. We don't want to hurt her, we just want to free the sapling. I will tell you the words to enter the stacks. But I will not accompany you. I must head to the spell tower. Bord needs me now more than ever. You found stacks access. Seem to be losing a lot of viewers today. No, it doesn't bother me too much. It's just weird to see the numbers going up and down like that. No less, you think the view counter might be just beyond the fritz. I suppose it might be that. Oh. Maybe I could brew something out of these marvellous trees. Are you going into the stacks? I highly recommend against it. Foul place. But if you happen to find a special book of potions in there, I'd love to get my hands on it. Oh yeah, B mentioned that there's a doorway behind a ghost that leads to a secret book. Oh hey Jan, how's it going? Hey, you're heading into the stacks, aren't you? Be careful. I'm getting some really bad vibes from that place. And how are you on this fine afternoon, Jan? Okay, is this the way to the stacks then? Oh, this is it. You're okay if a bit tired. What? The stacks? You'll find me all kind of places, but I won't be caught dead in there. Guess you go in there. Don't come out. Ooh. New weapon time. Weapon. Users in chat says there's a couple of lurkers, you think. Okay. Wonder if it might be worth switching the party up and trying out some of those newer abilities. Okay, I'll bring in Irma as the party's healer. Sonic Security Redeemed Trivia. Okay. Anything on my calendar? Oh, tomorrow will be the anniversary of the arrest of David Berkowitz, otherwise known as the Son of Sam Killer. The Son of Sam Killer was an infamous serial killer. I'll switch her out for Cocoa Pops or Weetabixes. Cocoa Pops. I can't say no to chocolate flavoured cereal. Okay, I'm just going to double check what I need to look for. You have an eye doctor appointment, so you've got to go. Okay, Nerlus, thanks for dropping by. I hope that goes well. Yep, later, alligator. Okay, let's go. You speak the words written on the stack's access. The stackcess, if you will. Okay, so I'm looking for a ghost. Content warning. Area contains depictions of blood or implied blood-like substance. This area also contains frightening imagery and various allusions to death. Okay, where might this ghost be? Open boxes. That's a very suspicious looking shelf, but how do I open it? Unless this is a way back from the rest of the dungeon. Are those ghosts? The entrance to the basement is blocked by a strange pulsing seal. Hey Nick, imagine if it was a seal as in the animal though. Yep, not Earth. Okay. This is going to be trickier to navigate than we thought. We should keep an eye out for secret passages and shelves. Okay. You're full of chili peppers and pasta? Oh, that's good. I'm doing okay. I'm full of stir fry and as previously stated, I'm on holiday from work now, so I'm actually well rested for once. Okay, first move. Let's just drop something here. Well, that was easy. Cracked ghost uses scratch. Wow. Okay, let's test out Starborn. Oh god, it's... No, why? Why? Anyway, yeah, until that bloody star thing showed up again, I was doing pretty well. Level 22. Ah. Hi, is that the hand from Zelda? Okay, let's test this new ability. So yeah, Blaze is a useful ability because obviously it can damage a bunch of targets at once, but what's the point? It... damage targets and learn a defense for 2 turns. Okay. Let's see what we can do with loads. Perfect. Okay, this area is a lot larger than the other ones, so this might take some exploring. Alright, so if it sees me... Okay, I can just wait till it turns around. Power tank. Now that's my kind of style. Oh yeah, I completely forgot I had literally equipped to have as higher. Okay, nearly managed that without even trying. Whoops. Oh good, there's checkpoints. How do I get through this? Oh, I get it. Yeah, I think the real hard part is just working out where I need to go. Okay, so I need to wait till I can run round that one. So if I time it so... Yeah, I think this is literally just I need to find the right moment to run to the right. Wait. Yeah, I think what I need to do is I just need to make sure that the upper one's not going to walk past me. Hold on. they only look down at specific points. Okay, I've been overthinking this. There's actually only 2 points they threaten all the time. Yep. Oh. Well, I've got the theory down. Made it. I think this is the place. Ah, that timing's hard. Let's see if this fools them. Yeah, they look kind of scary. To be fair though, they're not actually that dangerous. Unless stuff like that happens. Hmm. Gotcha. Level 22. Nice. Yep, I should give Rook a turn. Try out some of his new abilities. Wow. You found Ghost Heart. Okay, back in the previous area. Yep, that place is edgy, TM. Does this let me past here? The ghost heart reacts to the seal. Okay then. Need to find a way to make sure it has nowhere to run to. Gotcha. Just chasing down a ghost. Now we get to fight it. I think you actually have to sneak just to be able to attack. Oops. I'll just use levitate. Don't even ask me how that's supposed to work. Okay. really have anything I can use here, so... Edgy mode engaged. Thanks for the hydrate. And the posture check. Appreciate it, Sarah. Okay, I'm just going to head out to the checkpoint outside to heal and switch up my party a bit. So I'll bring back Petronella because we need a healer and they fit the bill. Switch out Patricia for Rook because I want to try out his new abilities. Okay, another seal, we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Okay, our power at Rook. Okay, Scratch is kind of annoying because you literally have to follow up the second move. I mean, the second block with the Okay, so what we got? Increase party movement and destroy hidden traps. Summon a knowledge seeker to find your weakest foe. Okay, let's give this a try. You're going to head out, Froy. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you have a nice evening. Actually, I don't know what time, whatever time it is in Canada, but have a nice day anyway. Alright, my HP is critical. I can use my super move. See if I can steal something. Apparently not. Okay, so yeah, being that way. Splosh some acid on him. Demon Eye, eh? You've activated my trap card. Okay, been this way. Volcanoes, eh? Nice, but they don't offer the extra movement, so... Hidden door. Is that Slender Man? Attacking the box uses inner demons. This I was not expecting. Okay, don't want to use that because it'll nerve beam. Oh, bloody heck. Okay, let's see if I can get the timing right this time. Apparently not. Oh, can't take more than one attack, eh? Gotcha. Only 1 HP of damage, eh? What is your weakness? Maybe I need to destroy all these conventional enemies, I don't know. Okay, poison does it. Okay. Okay, use those queer berries. Healing. Okay, so don't think he has any healing abilities. Eee. Okay, I'm gonna need some healing here. Wow, sucks to be that tile. Not good. Ooh. Okay, Soul Pierce. Excellent. Not so excellent. Okay. Gonna take a risk here. That risk did not pay off. Oh great, the trousers are back. Yep. Wow. Just heal by draining the life from these trousers, because why not? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so item. Not good. Okay, should I heal or should I? Yeah, I should probably heal. Okay, I beat the bonus boss, I guess. $100 XP, I'll take it. Level 23 for our resident healer. And our main character. What do we find? There's something inside. Attack box. Okay, that is a heck of a lot of power. But I was expecting that book that was hidden in the library. Okay, so it's 2 hours 30 minutes, so I guess I'm gonna head out of the dungeon, heal, and I'll call it, and save, and I'll call it there. Alrighty, so we're obviously on the penultimate chapter, but it looks like we're still only partway through the final dungeon, so chances are I'm not going to be finishing it on Wednesday. But yep, I'll be back Wednesday. Obviously I'm off work, so I'll be doing a lot more stuff in the next week, so keep an eye on my Twitter for that. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you liked my face stripes. I'm actually quite pleased with how they came out, so I might do this more often. And we'll just find someone to raid. Oh, thank you, Jan. I think if I throw up a poll to ask people what colours to do my face paint, I might also throw up a poll to ask what style to do it in as well in future. Yeah, speaking of face paint, I really should start working on at least something for my grounded cosplay. So ears should be easy enough. I just need to work out the best way to paint latex orange, because I've got some somewhere from an old Link cosplay. The tail, well, I think the tail will be my first sort of project. But yeah, I'm rambling. Let's see who's online. Got me a bit, playing Back for Blood. Kind of interested in that. Oh, there's the Red Sage, who seemed pretty cool when Nick raided them the other day. Dungeon and Dragons stream. Oh, Dark Persona's live, so we'll give him a raid. Playing Monster Hunter Stories, so yep, that's another JRPG, so that's about the right thing. Anyway, yep, I'll be back with more Ikenfell Wednesday. Keep an eye on my Twitter for cosplay news, and yep, I'll see you later. Raiding in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment and subscribe. LOL.